Come on. Hey, everybody, it's me, Karan Ashley. You are watching the BOP, the Blurred Official Podcast, and we are so excited that you are here. It has been a wild and crazy week, and we have so many cool things that we're going to review today and see today. It's just, our little nerd brains are just going crazy. So guys, let me introduce my co-host before we go any further. Hilton George, how are you? How is
Well, I'm excited because I have done two things. One, I did my homework and I watched some of the shows that we are going to be talking about. But more importantly, I have refrained from watching certain trailers that we're going to see. Hopefully, get to see my real reaction, which is so rare. By the time usually Karen has said, "Don't watch this trailer," I already watched it.
It's already done. He's up at like 5 a.m.
This one I can actually. Okay, all right, we're going to do real reactions. So this is going to be fun.
I love it. I love it. Christi Renee, how are you?
I am so fantastically happy to report the same as Hilton that I did my homework and enjoyed it thoroughly. And also, I have not seen this trailer that we're going to watch shortly. So it is truly live reaction.
Guys,
the mic is on. The mic is on.
The mic is on. The mic is on.
All mics are hot.
All mics are hot. All mics are hot. We are so excited because you guys know we're a bunch of nerds. We love anything nerdy. We just have people that we love. Before we go any further, though, I have to give a shout out to Endless Tees who made my t-shirt.
Oh.
It's such a cute shirt. Endless Tees, thank you so much.
It's mine in the mail.
I know. I'm just saying.
I just went out and checked. I didn't see nothing. I'm just
I will work that out because it's Kamala and it says kill 99.9% of MAGA dreams.
I'll take a small.
Yes.
2XL. Still got my COVID weight. Give me my.
I got you. Hey, we all still got some COVID weight. Let me show y'all something else back here. I don't know if you saw this, but that is the sweater I wore in the Power Ranger movie. And when I saw it, I was like, how little was this thing? Like, y'all, I stopped eating. I've been fasting ever since.
Oh my God. If you faint, we gonna know. Get her a cracker.
I ain't ate in 5 weeks.
Get her.
I'm gonna fit back in that sweater. And my belly won't hang out the bottom. But oh my gosh. I know, right? But hey, I'm a woman of a certain age and I ain't mad at it.
Don't be.
So guys.
Oh boy, take a breath.
Yes, it needs a pause, moment of silence, because Ryan Coogler has come out with a new project. And today they released the trailer. It is called Sinners. And guys, we've been hearing about this. We've been hearing rumblings for years about this vampire story that he has put together. This is horror. Ryan Coogler doing horror. So I don't even want to talk about it because I want
watch it with us.
Yes, I want y'all to watch this trailer. And then as we watch it, we'll talk about it after because it doesn't need any introduction other than, guys, stay tuned. Here is the trailer from Sinners. Okay, I forgot how to do this.
I've been all over this world. I seen men die in ways I ain't even know was possible. Love you, brother. Be careful. I will. With all the things that I've seen. I ain't ever seen no demons, no ghosts, no magic. heal now. To get back inside.
Hell no.
Let me in, man. Some weird shit going on out here. You keep dancing with the devil. One day he's gonna follow you home.
Oh my God.
See?
Oh, I held my breath.
You're a lie and your breath stink. You're a lie and your breath stink. That's
hold
all
up.
I'm trying to told you.
Stop sharing.
See that? Because guess what March 7th is? That is day one of BlurredCon. And oh yes, I'm be calling Ryan Coogler because the
And
theme
you
for
did a
BlurredCon
horror
this year
themed
is
show.
Thriller. It's a
Oh,
horror
that's
theme.
perfect. Put the call in.
Yeah.
Oh.
You just might as well rent out a theater and sell the tickets. And
I'm gonna have to rent out the city.
Yes.
I love it.
My gosh, guys.
See,
Yeah.
Oh, that looks amazing. I mean, anything.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I don't think I can watch it. Y'all know
a
me. I'm
vampire
scared.
movie with a
I'm
Gatling gun.
all over it.
I'm scared, and I might just have to I got to go at 9 a.m.
I'm all over.
It got to be daylight when you come out the theater. It can't be nighttime.
Yes.
The sun got to be up when Karan Ashley come out a horror movie.
We're gonna be in Seattle, Washington that weekend, Chris. We're gonna watch it at 9 a.m., 8 a.m.
Girl, I might
8 a.m.
Heaven gonna have to come to Seattle with you, so she.
Oh yes,
I'm devastated.
Wow.
Guys. It's one of those things where I knew this movie. We've been hearing rumblings for over. I've been hearing about it for over a year. Then him and Michael B. Jordan had teamed up again. They were doing a horror film. It's I thought they were still filming. Who knows? Oh my gosh, it was beyond.
Really good. I'm curious. I can't wait till they get. Yeah, I can't wait till they get closer just to see who is the antagonist and how that.
I already did a deep dive because if you look at the poster, and the artwork that they put out, you notice that Michael B. Jordan and Michael B. Jordan hugged each other, right?
Yes,
and so they're twins. So one is good, one is evil.
I thought something was wrong with my screen. I'm sitting there wait a minute.
Yes.
Hold on.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
One's a vampire and
kind of Jordan Peele-ish. I like it. That's gonna be fun.
Okay.
And I mean the young lady from Lovecraft Country, she's in there. The one who played the sister.
Winnie is in it. I just saw her. Yeah. Yeah. So, oh my gosh.
I know.
So, Ryan about to do it.
Yes. I love it. I'm so
excited. My money. Take my money now, Warner Brothers.
Putting more and more Black faces, Black creators in that horror space. And I know it's going to have a social commentary attached to it just because, again, it's Black people. That's part of our, it's a period piece. It's just part of our journey. And we have horror too. Hell, in real life, it's horrifying. There's terrors, real scary things. And so I think and of course, as a horror writer myself, as a social horror writer, I'm excited to know that these brilliant creators are really diving into that space. Get at least tiptoeing into it, whatever. This is gonna be his. I hope
Ryan hasn't missed a pitch yet. All the movies, everything he's done has been off the hook. And you can say the same for Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
He's done so many different genres, from boxing to military special forces to, so superhero movies, he's in there as well. So the two of them coming together is a win-win scenario. And with horror, it's so important because we as a people are not necessarily, what should I say, comfortable with horror movies. We not the one to go to the haunted houses. We not the ones just like you said. So if you're gonna ask us to go to a theater and pay money to see something that's gonna scare us, it better be good. It can't just be a bunch of jump scares and no story and no plot and no action.
Well, so
the one thing I love
about Ryan Coogler is he is going to make sure there is a story and a backstory and a sub story and all the stories. Like, and the characters are going to be people that we're going to love, people we're going to hate, people we're going to love to hate. It's just, that is the beautiful gift that he has, right? Yeah, and so true. I mean, I don't even like horror, and like I said, I'm trying to figure out when I'm gonna go see it at 8 a.m. in the morning, and I'm gonna just like because that's like, I need the whole day to probably shake it off. So yeah, like when I saw it this morning, I was like, ah! And I immediately stopped like watching it. Like I was 2 seconds in and was like, oh, and then I stopped watching it and I went into the chat and was like, do not watch this today. Do not, because we need to talk about this and I want y'all to have a live reaction. And I had chills, and shout out to Michael B. Jordan's arms.
Hello. Anybody.
That took all of 7 minutes, America. That took all of 7 minutes.
Yes. Anybody seeing what
I'm doing? You know what's coming when he's sitting there like doing a cigarette and he was like, oh, he started shaking.
Yeah. You weren't going to do like a Joaquin Phoenix and drop 30 pounds and
no. He's going to be fine. He's going to be a fine vampire killer. I like it. Yeah, do that.
I love it.
Be that guy.
I'm be in there trying to get my scare on. Women going to be sucking their teeth and
Yes. You know it's going to happen, Hilton. Just get ready.
Stake me, Michael.
Those are all the people that are going to buy the tickets from you. So you just be happy. You're going to have to go see it. Like, you're going to be in a room full of black people. So you're going to have to see it like, you might as well get, like you said, buy the whole theater and watch it 3 times because you're going to miss half the jokes from you talking back to the screen.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot.
Dang it. Like, wow.
Like, we'll be participating.
I'm happy you moved the show to March, but why did you move it to March that weekend?
I'm devastated.
Hey, we don't figure out a way because that's going to be, we got to synergize.
I love it.
Synergizing in my head now. I'm doing my Dr. Evil.
Did you know there was a horror film coming out on the weekend? See, you knew.
I knew about the project. I didn't know the release date. I knew he was doing something.
Yes.
But that's another thing about Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan is that they keep their projects under wrap until the last minute. They don't speculate. They don't throw a whole lot of stuff out there, and then it changes. Like they wait till 5 months from now it's about to come out. Like, oh snap.
Yeah.
And we went through this with Black Panther. You know, they were like, when is it coming out? When's the release date?
Yeah.
We got the trailer like a year before it was like, yo. So, yeah.
And that was beautiful.
I just found out. I just found out.
We need to shout out his cinematographer because, he works probably with the same guy or same woman or whoever. But, I mean, the lighting in this thing, it was so gorgeous.
It was dark in the day.
Yes. It was.
Do that.
The mood was
that like sepia. I mean, then you get a little bit of coloring, a little bit of hint of this here, but then it's like, it's a beautiful gray. I don't know, it's a lot.
Yeah, the mood was set. The world was, we saw the world, the mood was set, and I can't wait. We are counting down the days, and you guys know, I don't count down to horror films, but I am counting down to this one. They are going to take my money. I'm going to be, I can't sleep. Like, Christy, we're going to sleep together that night, okay? This is what it is. I'm just telling you now.
One blanket.
I am not shy. One blanket. I'm gonna be spooning her, be like, Christy.
We're gonna watch cartoons we're gonna watch cartoons.
We have to sleep with Downton Abbey or something playing in the background the whole night because I cannot.
I'm a spooky girl, so that is perfect. And Halloween is year round for me. It never ends, and so boy, that's right up my alley. I love it. And coming from those two, I mean, again, you know how dear we hold our beloved Black Panther. So Ryan, like you said, he is not missed. And I trust that he knows this space just as well.
Oh, he does.
And I am beyond excited, and it's just a celebration, really. Because again, it just broadens the horizon, and he putting his hand out there just gives us even more access for those of us who are in that space or want to be in that space.
I'm wondering,
I'm inspired.
I'm looking at the texture, and I'm looking at the colors, and I'm looking at the music and everything in the period, and I'm thinking I'm getting Lovecraft Country vibes.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, this look like it might be in the 30s and 40s in the South, maybe
I'm
during
still mad that
Prohibition
show got canceled.
So I'm
like, still mad Underground got canceled.
That's it.
They just everything. everything Misha touches, she's another one. Everything she touches is gold. It's like scary, creepy. It's right where it needs to be. It's honest, and that's one thing that I always feel like it's the scariest thing in a horror film, when it's honest, when it's like something that like, this really could happen, or this is the thing, or this is like so true, like the evil that could be within someone, or
entities and all that good stuff.
Yeah. So we have another trailer that we've got to watch, because
we got another one.
We got another
one. You gave us a 2-up. I didn't know we had 2.
Yes. Oh, I didn't know we had 2. Is that
I know. Well, guys, it's like, I don't know what this week is. It's like this week, the Thunderbolts trailer dropped from Marvel Studios. And you guys know Marvel is everything. And the one thing I love about this whole Thunderbolts thing, and I'm not going to talk too much because we'll watch it, but these are all the misfit characters, all the people who've done wrong, and they have a checkered past. They've all come together in this movie, and that's kind of why I love it. The idea makes me love it even more. And I'm going to end up falling in love with a character I never even knew I'd like. Like, it's like, they always do that to me, where they where I least expect it, I fall in love. So guys, stay tuned. Here's a trailer for Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts.
Your subordinates will be reported to DoorDash HQ.
Alexi, it's me. Open up.
Elena?
Yes.
Elena!
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about the wait. It was an important call. Highly classified. Lot of work. Many irons in fire.
You feel fulfilled?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so full. So filled. But why do you ask this? What brings you here?
Ooh, look at the color of the font.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with me. In emptiness. I'm just through it.
Bucky.
And I don't have purpose.
Oh, the US
I thought throwing myself into work was the answer.
I love her.
With your feet on the air, your head on the ground.
Taskmaster.
Yes.
Oh no.
Who are you?
I'm Bob.
Who sent you, Bob?
Nobody. You were all sent?
Everyone here has done bad things. Shadow ops. Robbing government labs. Contract kills.
Oh.
Yeah. So?
So, someone wants us gone. What the hell?
We're brought up with this belief that there are good guys and there are bad guys.
What's the plan?
This could get messy.
Campbell.
Yeah. Oh.
Piecing it together.
Eventually, you come to realize that there are bad guys and there are worse guys and nothing else. Look at you. So adorable.
Oh my God.
There it is.
She's bulletproof. What happened to bulletproof? Bulletproof-ish.
Is that a Bucky?
That's not good.
Oh my God. May, my birthday month. Let's get it.
Yes.
Happy birthday to me. Happy
Yes.
birthday.
So much to sink our teeth into in that trailer.
Oh my Lord, it's loaded. It's loaded.
Yes.
It is like loaded. It's just loaded. Guys,
Okay.
First reactions. I mean, blown away.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just like, again, like I know they were gonna rope me into loving these people that I probably hated them, and it's like, and I just love the premise. Like you got like it keeps like they always have this underlying humanity. They're superheroes, superhuman, super, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you also have someone who is like, she was an assassin. She was, and here she is. She's like, I don't feel right. Like there's something missing. And here you see all of them where they all did wrong. And like Bucky literally carried this through Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where he just was wrestling with the things that, the Winter Soldier did. And it was, I mean, obviously it wasn't him, but they used him, and he's been used for things. And so here he is in his life, he wants to be right or do just live. And it's hard to even live with the tragedy and the darkness that he has been a part of, right? So have a movie of all these characters who have like literally, I mean, you got someone from Ant-Man that messed up. You got the guy from Winter Soldier. You got Bucky. You got like, and then, I mean, you got Helena. It's just like all of these people. And you guys know I love every single person. And it's just wonderful. I love David Harbour. So to have him there, like,
love him.
I mean, it was everything and more. Everything and more. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, everything and more. I mean, first reaction, take my money. I'm there in May in 2025. Like counting down to Thunderbolts. And who knew? Yeah. Hilton, what are your first reaction to seeing this trailer?
Well, so here's what's really tricky, and it's been kind of, making its rounds in the comic book world, is the asterisk at the end of Thunderbolts. And why is there an asterisk? And the running theory is that what we're getting is a movie that is the bridge to the Dark Avengers. And the Dark Avengers are made up of all the characters that you see here, and in the comics there's more that aren't. But the character that is on the horizon, it looks like, is the Sentry.
Yes.
And all of these experiments that brought us the U.S. agent and even the Black Widow, are all just kind of precursors. The Red Hulk that you'll see with the previous movie, which is Thunderbolt Johnson, who will actually be Thunderbolt Ross, who will be in the presidency. So that's what they were named after at one point, and then were taken over and turned into the Dark Avengers. The Sentry is the Marvel version of Superman. And this guy, Bob, I think is going to be the person that is getting experimented upon to ultimately get those powers of the Sentry, because you see the Sentry's buckle for a scene in there, right?
You do.
And so, so we don't see any scenes of the Sentry. We don't see a whole lot that really fleshes him out. But we see Bob, and then we see a scene where Bob has got, a lot of bullet and shrapnel and burn marks, but no wounds and no injuries, which lets us know that he's getting some kind of powers. And this is a bridge movie that is going to bring us the Dark Avengers. Again, the Sentry is the most powerful physical character in the Marvel universe. Per se, like he's the Marvel version of Superman. And I don't know how far they're going to take that in this movie, but it looks like, like the Blues Brothers, they're kind of assembling this team, and, what are they being assembled for?
Right.
Who are the people that they're either fighting or defending themselves from or fighting to kill, right? What is their mission? And at what point is that asterisk going to be turning into the Dark Avengers? Because remember, the color of the font is the color of the Sentry's costume. And so, I think that's going to be kind of the big bad reveal that's going to happen somewhere between now and May. I don't know how much of the cat's going to come out the bag, but I'm pumped. I'm pumped because I love all these actors. They all were brilliant in their respective properties, and to have them come together on the screen, I mean, it's going to be a blast.
Amazing. Yeah. And Lewis
Yeah.
Pullman is a gentleman who's going to play the Sentry. And if you remember him, he was in Top Gun, the last Top Gun they had, and he was Bob in Top Gun. And he was a fighter pilot and just a really cool, endearing character in that film. So we know he's a great actor.
His dad played the president in Independence Day.
Oh,
that's
wow.
his dad.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've got these two actors who are sons of famous fathers.
Right?
Awesome.
Right?
Oh.
So,
Christy, what was your first reaction?
Well,
I mean, come on.
I'm holding my breath again.
Yes.
I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm in the screen like, oh my God. So I love it. It's more of that Marvel magic that I absolutely love. I love again. Throughout the course of time, and I don't have all of the nitpickings and little, details that make the bigger story what it is. Like Hilton is our expert, our comic expert.
He knows.
However,
Yes.
However,
yes.
What I do know is, again, they're not missing. And I love this formula that we see that with Deadpool. What they do is it's the arc. It's writing 101, characters 101. And they are starting this at that arc moment. And I think they're going to have multiple arcs, obviously, if they're going to shift to another, or maybe it's just another, aura of superhero characters that we get, and it's just again, like you said, the darker side.
Yeah.
But they have mastered that formula. That's why we love Deadpool so much.
Yes.
It works. They're not always right, and I think that's the most like humanity, and it shows ourselves. They're like mirrors.
Yeah.
We have dark sides. I'm constantly trying to stay out of my dark side.
Right.
My villain
on
era,
a daily. On a daily.
So we are both, I think real in tune, in touch with ourselves. People are both hero and villain at different times in our lives. And I love that they build these characters and then they bring and I love the assemblage of such characters and to create this team. And like you said, we're going to have these really, and I think because we see some of ourselves or our desires for ourselves in some of these characters, and that's what makes it so rich. I'm excited because I think every time with these movies I learn something new about the lore, about the canon, about it's just so, and it just gets my wheels turning,
because as much as we love it, we didn't grow up reading the comics. Like that one element is missing in us, but we know all these different, and so you're right, it's so educational and so cool, and to what you said, Christy, I love flawed people. I love flawed characters. I mean, that's why we like Michael B. Jordan in, Black Panther, because he was flawed. And it was like, it doesn't mean you were like rooting for him, but you also were like, I get it. But come on, man.
We were sad when he passed, like when they let him die. Like I didn't want him to die. I was like, he ain't dead. He coming back.
And that's what T'Challa, he got it. He understood. You created this, and that's why he was so just torn, but I love it. I love flawed characters. And I mean, we loved Helena when we saw her in, the Hawkeye. Like she was the one who stole the show.
And Black Widow.
Yeah, Black Widow. She stole the show. Black Widow was just this movie that was just, it kind of was, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't, it didn't lead up to what we were expecting, right? We were like, this is,
it wasn't tied into anything.
It wasn't. And it was kind of sad because we did get, Helena, and we got, David Harbour's character. And those are the two characters that just stole our hearts. And so it makes so much sense for them to figure out a way to bring those characters here. And, I can't wait. I literally can't wait. I was so pumped when this came out and was like, I forgot to put in the chat, but Dana was there. Dana put in the chat and was like, ooh. And so,
I saw the yellow Marvel and I immediately thought of Wolverine. And I just was like, I don't know. Is any of I don't know. I just,
we don't know when the mutant saga is going to come into the MCU.
Because it's coming. It's coming.
I feel like that might be part of the asterisk piece. I don't know. And it's just an incredible universe.
What have you thought about the whole commentary that's been going on where they're like superhero movies or have lost their way and blah, blah, blah.
Bullshit.
Like, I think, I'm like, bullshit. This is what they want us to think because so many, like, they got so many, bullets in the barrel or what. I mean, I hate to use that kind of thing, but they are about to pop off in the new year. Like, we literally have this movie. We've got, what is the one with our girl who was introduced in Wakanda Forever? Like, there's a whole TV series coming out for her. Yeah, Ironheart. Like, we've got so many cool projects that are coming, and it's like, when? I'm not stopping. I'm never gonna stop watching them.
The naysayers can say what they want, but them numbers don't lie. Them numbers do not lie. That's it.
They have taken
That's a fact.
great pains to refine and pivot from the Kang saga, which I think is really where a lot of things were kind of out of control. This whole kerfuffle around replacing Kang and moving in this new Doctor Doom element.
Right.
So a lot of stuff up in the air, but that's all insider baseball. At the end of the day, the movies are entertaining, and the audience is there for it. Now, there's purists out here who don't think that these movies are cinema worthy, and some are more so than others. Let's just be fair. Mm-hmm. But think about what people go to the movies for. At the end of the day, I'm not necessarily using the movie big screen for anything other than being transported and escaping.
That's what temporary transportation. Yes.
I don't need Oscar-worthy movies in every single one.
and there will always be studios that are going to put these Oscar-worthy movies out there for people to see who are looking for that, right? So if you're talking about movies that people want to see and be entertained, that world building is going to be forever built. They're never going to stop making superhero movies, especially when you see in the height of that whole idea of, there's superhero fatigue and blah, blah, blah. You come in and Deadpool Wolverine comes out and makes $1 billion in a week. And it's still making billions globally.
Yes.
Then they're like, wait, so the formula, if well executed and well acted and well directed and well shot, and if world building is done deliberately and consistently, and we have good writers, and the movies just have to be good, and we have to make good decisions, they're going to make money. And as long as they make money, they will continue to be the playground for these amazing nerd writers who love these properties and want to tell these stories that we want to see. So, there's always going to be people that are naysayers, but at the end of the day, these movies are entertaining. They're fun. We love world building. We love continuous connected worlds from our movies. We saw that with Star Wars. We saw that with Harry Potter. We saw that with Lord of the Rings. This is no different.
Hello.
This is no different. And for people to ghettoize comic book movies because they feel like, it's.
I know what's different.
No.
I know what's different.
What's different, Christy?
Marvel is diverse. Marvel has room for everybody. They are woke. They are DEI. They are all the things.
Stay woke, Disney.
Stay woke, Disney.
That's why. And I think Marvel is at the helm of that argument. And, or at least they're the focal point of that argument, but I'm grateful that they are at the helm of addressing the deniers and the naysayers and the people who take issue. Like we talked about this on another episode. Y'all stay in your lane, do your thing, keep making these wonderful films that, some of them I will never see, but I'm sure if you liked it, I loved it. That's great.
What? And that's, everybody needs something.
Everybody needs something.
It's for somebody.
And I'm thankful I have range. I watch myriad things. Like, so it is not limited, and some of them are limited. That's your problem. That's a you problem, not a me problem. So
I complain about what is being created when you ultimately have a choice whether to go see it or not. Right. This isn't like a universal change to the way that we make cereal milk, right? And you're kind of just stuck with whatever. This is something you can walk right by.
Exactly.
Not engage.
Choice.
Right. It's a freedom of choice, right?
It's democracy around here for now.
There it is. And the money speaks. And I want to see movies that are so good and so exciting and have so many reveals and surprises and spoilers that I want to be in the theater Thursday at 10 o'clock.
Hello, somebody.
Catch
I
the
love
first
a good
screening
Thursday.
so that
Yes.
I don't get nothing spoiled and I got to hide from people.
Instagram don't spoil it for me.
You just have to log off. You have to just stay away because they out there. They are out there.
Exactly.
Well, let me tell you, Marvel has not stopped because Marvel delivered us a fantastically delicious show this week. You know, we love Disney Plus. I am a lifelong Disney Plus subscriber. Like, period, point blank. It is
Platinum
Disney
Plus.
Plus ain't going. Yeah, I ain't going nowhere. Disney Plus. You got me. And
she be in the Disney Plus plane room.
Agatha All Along came out this past week. We got our first 2 episodes, and y'all know I ain't into horror. And I enjoyed these 2 episodes. They were so delicious.
Okay.
They were so great. Like, first of all, we loved her the minute she was on,
Kathryn Hahn.
Yeah, we loved her when she showed up in WandaVision. Like, we were like, I had issues with WandaVision. Like, it took, like, I was like, I ended up enjoying it, but it took 3 episodes for me to go like, okay, finally. And I was like, why they wasted 3 episodes for me? And that was me. That's my choice. That's how I like it to move.
Jump in.
But what I will say is one of the scene stealers was Kathryn Hahn. She was amazing. She was undeniable. And when they announced that she was going to have a spinoff, I was like, absolutely, I'm here for it. And I had no clue how they were going to do this. Like, I had no clue. What are y'all going to possibly do? And so the creators of WandaVision, they created, and it, again, here we are, a flawed character. Someone who had, stole that black magic book and was using it for bad. Wanda ended up, defeating her, taking away her powers. And where this picks up is where she's still under a spell. She doesn't even know who she is. She thinks, spoilers. If you haven't watched it, the spoilers are coming.
Don't watch.
She thinks she's like an investigator. Like, it's just this weird, but unlike WandaVision, she was in this weird space only for 1 episode, and quickly things swiftly started moving. They didn't make the mistake, and so they got me, y'all. They got me because it's moving. But it's so good.
Yeah,
this show is, here you have a woman, and just imagine if you were someone and you had a magical power, and then it's ripped away from you, and you just are you are nothing without this. Like, if you're a witch, you're nothing without your powers.
Yeah.
And so here comes this teen boy that comes and is like, I can help you. And it kind of helped her get out of this spell, but she realizes she's going to have to walk the witch's road in order to get her powers. And it's obviously dangerous. It's obviously going to bring up some scary stuff. And like at the end of episode 2, I was like freaking out. Luckily I was on the airplane. And so it was daylight outside. I had all day to let it go. 'Cause y'all know I'm scared. But anyways, the cast of characters that come with Kathryn Hahn, I mean, we have Aubrey Plaza. You guys know her. She's been a very actress that everyone has been loving. We have Patti LuPone, who is a legend, Broadway legend. We've got, so many people. Shashir, how do you say her last name? Zamata? I hope I said that correctly. Anyways, it's just so good. Guys,
so good.
Hilton, I'm going to let you go first. What was your reaction to Agatha All Along? Did you enjoy it as much as I did? Say yes.
I love that it did some amazing foundational work. I think the fun is going to begin this next episode, right? Yeah. And I love when shows do this. And we went back and forth about this with WandaVision. Mm-hmm. I love when I can feel like a crouching down and, about to pounce, anticipation when a show will take 3 or 4 episodes to just build the world.
You like the slow build. Yeah, you like the
I don't mind the slow cook. I really don't.
I need it like it is here, where it's 1 to 2 episodes. Now we in it.
But what we got with WandaVision is, you got to remember that Agatha Harkness is a secondary side character in the comics. She was not slated to have her own show.
Right.
But the fact that Kathryn Hahn came in and just stole the show as well as she did in WandaVision just called for this. It just, so for anyone here who's not into comics, to know who the Agatha Harkness is in the comic book world, she is a side character. If you think about a video game and the NPC that you walk up and it gives you the same advice like over and over and over again. That's who she is in the
That's
comics.
who she was, right?
Yes, and the only reason why she has any depth is because she has been that person in different iterations over a very long period of time. So this was not something that Disney was sitting there like, okay, we're going to go from WandaVision and then we're going to do Agatha. Oh, no, that was not in the cards.
That was not in the playbook.
But she was so brilliant in the way she portrayed the role and just she carried. I mean, she stole the show, literally stole the show.
Literally.
And then she comes in and they've got this, this premise of her being this investigator. And if you didn't see WandaVision and you're coming into Agatha, all the time, you're like, what in the hell is going on? I thought this was a Disney film, blah, blah, blah. And it's taking you on this journey that you have to ride. And the thing to make note of is that she is like 3 layers deeper into her psychotic world than everybody else who's still in the hex. Even the people in the hex are like, you were walking around acting like you were investigating some crime. And we were just kind of like being nice and going, okay, all right.
Right. And then when she realizes that, realizes that was happening, she's like, hold up. You were like, it just all starts unfolding.
Like, yeah,
it's hilarious.
We were just following your lead
So
because we didn't want you to freak out. So it's like she's been running around acting like all this stuff is real.
That moment was hilarious.
The town have just been entertaining her because she's so weird. And we've been looking through her eyes.
And she stands there butt naked, which was hysterical.
And does it, so it's funny, it's mysterious, and we're learning this world of witchcraft that even in WandaVision was not that well fleshed out, right? And I don't think it's supposed to be. So we're going to learn more about the Darkhold. We're going to learn more about, I think Mephisto is going to make his appearance finally in the MCU in this series. There's a lot of characters here. There's a lot of backstory that didn't get, Aubrey Plaza's in there. First thing she does is try to kill her.
Yeah,
There's
you
just
just
so
got
much
little
to sink
nuggets.
our teeth into. There's so much to sink our teeth into, and that's why I'm excited, because I know that the other shoe hasn't dropped yet, and I'm waiting for it, and I know it's going to come in this next 2-3 episodes, and it's going to be off the hook. But if you have not watched WandaVision, you're going to miss a lot with this. I say power through it. If you got Disney Plus, go ahead and watch it, just so you can get the premise of what's going on.
It's so fun.
But I think they're doing a really good job. The casting, our girl who is back in the Elizabeth Shepard. I think is her name. She's playing. She's playing one of her characters from the previous series. She was on that 70s show. That 70s show, and then the 90s show. She is hilarious. So there's going to be a lot of really, really great acting. There's going to be some great scripts. And so, I think this is a great 2 episodes. Real smart letting the 2 episodes come. I don't think episode 1 would have kicked it off by itself if you had to wait a week. No, we need the reveal right after episode 1 to go into episode 2 in order to move forward. And that was smart giving us both.
Yes. Christy, I know this had all your little senses tingling. This show, I was like, Christy's gonna love this freaking show.
It's me. It's my lifestyle. I'm a witch.
The resident witch of ours.
Yes. So, first of all, I have to tell, hands down, I loved it. And I will say this, I enjoyed, because of the actors, because of the script, because of the storyline. I mean, you can pick up and watch something and then later learn, but that's how good it is. That's what I think. And again, we say that a lot about Marvel. They have these freestanding pieces that you can actually pick up and watch and then learn about the rest later.
That's a very good
Now, let me tell you about why I love Kathryn Hahn so much. So I came to know her in other films, and she has such incredible range. My first film that I fell in love with her with was, Bad Moms. She was a nut job. It's a comedy. So it is hysterical. She is the crazy lady. She's a bad parent, but she ends up being a good parent. She's just
right. Everybody's a bad mom if you really think about it. Like, that's what that movie was great.
Exactly. That movie was perfection. I enjoyed that movie. And then I later fell in love with her in the horror genre because she did The Visit. And The Visit is one of the greatest films. We watch it faithfully. Of course, we're in the season. I love it. It's so good. It's just creepy. It is just a creepy concept, and it's so good. But let me tell you, this right here, she combines both of those things. She's spooky. She's funny. She's curt. She's just raw and rigid, and it is even in her moments of dismay, and she can't quite put the pieces together. And then all of her, she's a trickster, and she's probably related to Loki. I don't know. I'll start writing my own stories. I'd be like,
mischief.
I'm
if you
gonna write my own backstory.
You would love her. Yeah, it's totally mischief.
It puts me in the mind of that, and that's what I enjoy so much. But she delivers, and again, all of the cast. I didn't want to argue with none. I thought this is really, really good. Yeah. This is really, really good, and it drew me in immediately. Because again, it has that eerie. When you open up with a crime scene, that is eerie. It is terrifying, and it pulled me in. I'm excited. What nights?
Witchcraft spells incorporate singing. Who knew?
Yes,
I'm like, okay.
I knew.
That is
this is not like Doctor Strange where you just conjure stuff. Like you actually have to cast spells and conjure stuff in order to do witchcraft. And it was really interesting to see that being
musical number was everything.
I love that song.
Like the notes, the harmony, like it was. But again, that's why like Patti LuPone and like these people are so perfect for this. Like the casting, like the attention to detail. Perfect. Like you bring in people who like this is what they do. And it was just so great. And I loved, like, okay, so one of the best scenes was the scariest scene. Like, it was when, they were, like you said, they were singing and they were conjuring, and they had to be able to open this magical door to go down this witch's road. It's not like you can just go, okay, let's just go drive around there. Like, they had to conjure it up. And the teen boy is upstairs. Like, he doesn't even have a name. He's like upstairs. And like all of this is happening, and all these spooky people are showing up.
The seven, it's like the dark seven or whatever they are.
And the neighbor was like, "Oh hell no!" Like the one black man, he's like, "I ain't stand for this." He's smart.
No, he did a hard no.
And it's just like it is so good, and I mean, but it was just so like ethereal and so creepy and like so intriguing and just. I mean, they really did it. Like, you're right. Like, Agatha wasn't supposed to be anything. And how, like, they were like, no, we're going to build this whole world. It's so interesting that I'm actually sitting through this too. Like, I don't know, guys. I might be a horror fan. You got to ease into it. I think Stranger Things needs to be, I have to give them a shout out because they eased me into a horror. Yeah, the 4th season when horror, they eased me into it. Like they didn't give me that right away because y'all know I'd have been like negative. I'm not signing up for this. I'd have been gone. Right. So they just eased me into it. They creep me out here and there, and so now I'm ready. I'm ready.
Well, as the resident horror expert, that is me.
How did it rank for you?
Listen, I want to give you a bit of advice.
Yes, please.
You're doing very good. Let me tell you why. Because there's levels to this shit. Like it's
I don't want them other levels. I don't want them other levels that are like devilish and like possessive. Like I can watch like Deliverance. Everybody was made happy.
The first pentagram I see, I'm clicking off. I'm logging out.
Oh my God.
I'm out. I don't play with that.
Listen,
I don't play them games.
That's okay. That's all right. Like there's certain scenes I don't do gore. I don't do extreme gore. I don't like it. Like the Terrifier is terrifying to me. And there are certain moments I watch them up to a certain point, but you're doing really good. I think these are more thrillers. These are spooky. It's creepy. So that's a good starting point.
And that was the other
ease in.
Like I had to like go, okay, this is Marvel, right? And so they're not going to just like be controversial. I don't think they would. Like, and then, you know what they did? They mixed in the humor. So when the creepy stuff came, I wasn't so like, I'd been laughing at that point. I was like enjoying myself. And then I was like, oh, what is that?
This is why she's so good at, she was the perfect person to play a role like this. So you can be creeped out and then laughing at the same time. Like, or a few minutes later, a few seconds later, like you're gonna, it's good. They're doing such a great job.
I think that and to Christi's point, the thing that I love about horror, and I'm not an expert. I'm getting better initiated as I grow through this life as an adult. That the best horror in its finest form incorporates every other genre of entertainment. You know, it's comedy, it's drama, it's thrilling. You know, there's often a love story involved. You get invested in the characters. You know, the even the villains and the killers and the monsters have to have a certain level of complexity and motivation in order for you to buy in, which makes it a harder genre to pull off, right?
Yeah.
Which is why you see a lot of what they call B movies, where it's just like, okay, they just drill down on these two aspects. You can enjoy that, right?
Yeah.
But you and I think why Christi is telling you that this is a great gateway for you is because it's Marvel and they're only going to be so gory that they are going to focus on all of these aspects where you're going to actually start to get invested and like the characters. It's going to be funny. There's going to be some endearment. There's going to be some buy-in. There's going to be a mission. You know, there's going to be camaraderie. You are going to get invested, you know. And so when something comes to threaten the people on the screen that you've invested in, you're actually going to give a shit and you're going to be scared for them. And that's where the fear comes from, not just jump scares and horrible creatures jumping onto the screen and going boo. It's more of like, oh my God, run. I can't lose you. You're my favorite character. It's only episode 4. You need your own spinoff, you know. And that's where that fandom starts to build out, and you start going to the, you know, like, okay, I'll try another one. I'll go to a horror movie, or I'll watch a new horror series, or maybe I'll subscribe to Shudder. And
I don't know about that.
Do that. That's how gateway drugs work.
I know, right?
Gateway drugs work. You know, you like,
work your way up.
Scary movies.
I'm a
baby.
Tyrone.
Well,
you could be Tyrone Biggins looking for horror.
Agatha will get me to another level, and then when, you know, Ryan Coogler's movie comes out, when Sinners comes out, I will be like, okay, I can do this. I can do this.
See, right now she'd be trying to sit as close to the emergency exit as she can. So
you know it. I don't like.
She can run out.
Like, I've always been one of those people where I'm like, why am I paying money to be scared? Like, why am I paying money to, like, have my peace disturbed?
There's a whole science
and
behind it.
Unsettled. Like, I don't want it. I'm one of those. I'm a deep thinker. Like, a lot of people, like, I don't let things go. Like, little things stick with me, and I just think, and I'm an over analyzer. And so at 3 a.m, I'm gonna still be like,
sounds like a horror movie, doesn't it?
And this is the thing. Right. Yeah, exactly. I have the tendency to overthink it, and it won't leave me. And so when I'm at a Comic-Con by myself in a room and Christi ain't there with me, honey, the TV is on. The lights are on. Like, I will sleep in a fully lit room with the TV blasted. And be like, and I'll have a good night's rest and be like, woo,
we gotta get her a Teletubby.
This is the thing. Some happen. I'm by myself. I need to see the whole room. I need to see I got my exits. God. I go in a room. I check under the bed, even when there ain't no under.
Karen.
Yes.
I will tell you that when you get to the point where you become an appreciator of the horror genre, like Christi, the thing that will stick with you, the thing that I've discovered, is that there's only 2 involuntary responses that we have to outside stimuli. Yes. It's laughter and it's fear, like when you're watching a movie, right? And you can't fake those reactions. Like, if something's funny, you're going to laugh, and it's not something you can manufacture. And when you have these explosive, involuntary responses, either to being scared or being tickled, ultimately it feels good. Like, in the moment, you might be like, but once you realize, something wasn't going to kill me.
I'm not there yet, guys. I'm not there yet.
You know, that was good.
I have laughed hysterically at my fear sometimes, because I'd be like, oh, goddamn.
You got to have
it. And then it's funny. But it's
exactly. So if you watch like YouTube videos, Christi, there's hundreds of them out there, channels of just people doing scares, like jumping out of people, or
I love a good scare
Bushman, who stands up, that guy. Everybody who's literally getting the bejesus scared out of them is, for that moment, it's life and death. But like 1 second later, they're laughing, and people are laughing at them, with them, and they're laughing at themselves, and they're shaking his hand.
Because now your brain tells you you're safe. You're safe. It's okay. Your brain quickly responds, to
and
tell you.
Hit you with some serotonin.
I will say
some endorphins to let you know it's okay.
I will say this. Like, I can watch this kind of stuff and it is entertainment. Like, I can go, that's not really. But what gets me, like, a psychological thriller can fuck me up. Like, I'm done.
They've done their job.
Like,
the more terrestrial it is, where the guy just the killer is just a guy with a knife who's a little smarter than the cops. That's scarier to me than aliens, marauding the streets, murdering people. Like, I don't worry about that.
Like,
but a guy with a short knife running through a crowd, cutting that can happen. I'm never
right. Like, really
more realistic it is.
Like, I've seen that on the news. Like that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, I was a guy. It was on Netflix. It was a documentary. He was a serial killer here in LA. He was he's strangling. Like, I forget who he was, but you guys know he's very popular.
The Cecil Motel. He was there. It's Ramirez. Eddie Ramirez.
Yes.
He's a horror.
Why?
Yes, he is a
he
whole
was
horror.
The devil, right?
Yes.
So why did I watch that documentary, right? And it was just a Sunday. No, but this is the thing. Like, I used to work downtown, so I knew that area. I had seen that hotel, and I was like, what? And then my husband comes in the room, and he was like, oh my God, I was a kid when this was happening. Like, literally, I couldn't sleep for months. Like, we were scared. Like, this was, and I was just like, and then they found him in South Central LA, just walking around. Like, it was just horrific, right? That, from this moment on, I don't watch them. I didn't watch Dahmer. I didn't watch any of those because, that stuff really happened. And I'm I don't need to know the evil that is really out there.
And what do I always say? What do I always say? Humanity, real life is the horror. Yes. That's the true horror. Is because if you got what scares you most is the real things, the real stuff. Mm-hmm. That's the horror. So scary movies. Now, I'm not saying that there's no truth, because I know even when I write, I am basing it off of an actual thing.
The really good scary movies will do that to you as well, right? It's not the slasher ones that are kind of cheesy, corny, Right. But so I guess that's what I should say. I should clarify that that's the kind of stuff that freaks me out. And it's I was scared. Like, The Sixth Sense.
That hotel across the street from where I worked, had a guy who was murdering people, and I could have very easily have wandered in there for a cup of coffee or something, and didn't know the victims. Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, that's totally scary. So, remember Sixth Sense? Like, that movie creeped me out so bad. One of my most favorite movies ever. But it scared me because I was like, I think that happens to people. That really could happen to little kids.
Figure out who's actually dead. Do I see dead? Do I see dead people?
Like, that could happen to anybody.
Are you alive?
I should clarify that things that are too closely related to this, it could really happen. That shit could really happen. I don't play with that. Yeah. I don't need it in my. I don't need it. I respect my peace. I protect my energy.
Reclaim your time, honey. Reclaim your time.
I'm reclaiming.
Oh my God.
So, are you guys excited about Agatha all along?
Yeah.
Are we on board?
I can't wait. I can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah.
Now that they're in Oz, that whole thing just. It was not a yellow brick road. It was a
Wizard
purple
of the
road.
Yes. It was. You beat me to it. I swear I had been thinking this all along. Like, why do I feel like this is so almost parallel? Like a parallel, another dimension of Oz. And that's the reference to the yellow brick road. And that's how I felt. Because she was crushed. She was smashed. It was red.
One of the most famous witches, like the Wicked Witch of the West. We all know that growing up, right?
Yes.
So I love that they kind of.
There's a whole East and West thing. Yeah, it's whoop.
What are your theories about the teen? Because every time he would try to say who he was, his mouth would go.
Yeah.
And then
so there's two
what are the theories? Because I need to know.
I subscribe to one. Okay. There are people who think that he is because in the comics. Mm-hmm. Wanda's kids were actually manifested from Mephisto's spirit. So they weren't technically her kids. They were pieces of him, right?
Okay.
I don't think that they're doing that here.
Okay.
But I do think that there are people who think that he is Mephisto or somehow born of Mephisto.
And give us the background. And that's why Mephisto? Who is that?
He is the MCU's version of the devil. Quite simply.
She's so extra.
And there have been theories that he was going to make an appearance as some kind of big bad in some form of a story ever since Doctor Strange. We were like, okay, eventually Mephisto's got to get in here somehow, and it hasn't happened. So now it's almost a trope for comic book nerds to be like, anyone who's not defined in any series, it's Mephisto, and then
Right.
like, okay.
It's the go-to.
But based on the context clues, we have learned that somewhere along the line, Agatha had a child. And she had referred to sacrificing that child. Mm-hmm. And this individual, this teen, we don't know the relationship of the age.
I didn't get that. I missed
her
that.
Child would be. There's a dialogue between her and others about children that she sacrificed and all this. It's in there.
Oh yeah.
I did get that. I heard that, but that went over my head completely. I missed.
That landed right on my lap. I was like, ooh. So is this the ghost of her child that has returned? Because remember, in the Hex, Wanda brought her brother back in a weird dystopian variant version, right? Just because, and the Hex is still kind of there in her head and in that town, right? So is this part of that? Is this what at least make that possible? This is also someone who has magic, but doesn't have magical aspirations, right? It's weird. There's like this, I'm here for a purpose, but we don't really know why. And he's gravitating to her for reasons we don't know why. So I think that he is the ghost of the child that she sacrificed at some point over the last 400 years.
That's so deep.
And to what end, we don't know. Right. Through what source of power did he come to be? We don't know. Maybe that is connected to Mephisto. But I think that's going to be kind of the running thread that we might not get until like the last 2 episodes of exactly who this child is. Because no one's asking who the teen is. Right. And remember, when he said his name, there was a spell that covered his mouth. But the syllables are the same as Mephisto. It was like 1, 2, 3. Like you can see that, and there's been analytics of that in online videos. So we don't know. But I think that's the ghost of her child that she in some scenarios sacrificed either directly or indirectly to gain power.
Wow.
Way back again, we got to remember Agatha's like 500 years old.
Yeah.
She's not like 100. She's like ancient.
Yeah. So they talk about
the life
that
she has lived
different
up
versions.
till now. That's very possible that she has sacrificed kids and murdered people. You don't get the Darkhold black fingers
just because you're a good witch. You're Glenda the Good Witch.
Right.
Right. So there's probably going to be a story that's going to be telling the story of who he is and exposing a little bit more of her life, and that might need to be brought around in some dramatic way. But that's where my guesses are.
Okay.
I like it.
I like it too. I'm very
intrigued.
I'm very excited. I mean, I think these episodes, I think it's like every Wednesday, or I don't know what day. It's how they every week.
Every Wednesday. I want to say it's Thursday. I think it's Thursday.
Okay, Thursday.
Yes, because Rings of Power is on Wednesday, and I don't end up bumping heads with
they don't bump heads. Okay. So you're probably right. You're probably right. But yeah, we got a new episode coming soon. So we will definitely revisit this once the series is over. We'll recap. We'll go dive deeper. But okay, so how many bops are we giving it? How many bops are you giving it? I mean, I'm not a horror fan, but I was thoroughly enjoyed. So far I'm at the nine bop area.
Yeah. I'm at 9 bops. I like 9. And I think just because this is a great
we have so much more to go. Yeah.
Exactly.
So 9 bops. It's just, and I like WandaVision. It literally, I was literally like, I ain't watching this no more. And somebody said something online, and I go, oh, let me just go check this out. And literally I said, this show is dumb. I went on a whole rant of I can't, this is moving too slow. I don't understand. What is the point? What's the point? And someone said, tune into this episode. Go right here. And it's somebody I trusted, and I was like, okay, fine. And so I literally went to that moment, and it just I skipped over some stuff. Went to that moment, and I was like, okay, finally, here we are. Now here we go. Okay, I get it. We're going somewhere now. So yeah, I'm excited. Okay, guys, that's the end of our show. It's like when we're having fun, it goes really quickly. It goes really fast. Y'all got anything
Just like
left?
Agatha.
Yeah, y'all have anything left to add?
No,
Go
get your Disney Plus on
season.
if you ain't got it.
Yes,
And it's about to be October.
Yes,
if you ain't got your costumes
timing.
yet, you need to order now. Don't wait till Halloween week because you're gonna end up having to wear a sheet looking like, yeah. So get it together.
Get your stuff.
Yeah.
We already got our first pumpkin. I got my first pumpkin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. That's a real pumpkin. That's not like decoration. That's literally a real pumpkin.
Well, guys, it's perfect timing for this. Enjoy. Go register to vote. We are getting to this election time. It
Coming
is
up.
nearing. It is your duty. People have died for this, right? If you people have and do your research. Make sure you figure out who these judges that are being elected, these congressmen, these senators, everybody. I mean, the head of the school board, whatever is on the ballot where you are, make sure you try to do what you need to do.
Yes.
Push
all the buttons. Push all the buttons. Don't do it straight, but just push take the time. Take the time to read, take the time to push the buttons. Yeah. Trust me. You'll feel better about yourself.
You will. Hey, that's it. It's the BOP, the Blurred Official Podcast. We'll see you next time. Bye. Kamala.
Tune in every Tuesday for a new episode of the BOP, the Blurred Official Podcast.